We go all out for our greens, cultivating quality in our local greenhouses, raising produce that grows freely, flourishing, untainted, and absolutely pest-free. We live by our values, adhering to the highest standards for purity and kashrut. Out here on the farm, we stand firm in our beliefs, so you can rest easy. Belief, freshly frozen produce, under the strict hashgacha of Badatz Yerushalayim.
For Chana's Bat Mitzvah, they're doing high tea. You know, I have other orders to finish too. And to be remaking a cake will be an epic disaster. What should we do? I'm like freaking out right now. I'm like, my heart is pounding. This better not fall. I've had enough disasters for today. Right. I'm Shaina Dubroff. I am a cake decorator and I make custom, really beautiful high-end cakes for all different occasions, weddings, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, birthdays. Every cake I make is one of a kind. We do try to custom make it for the person, for the occasion, something that will represent that person and something that is very meaningful for that occasion. What I love most about doing cakes is when I get challenged to do something that I have not done before. Something is so hard and I'm like crying in the beginning, like, oh no, this is so hard, how am I gonna do it? Like, oh my gosh, like it's so overwhelming. And then when it comes out and it's amazing, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I did this. And that's like so fulfilling and, you know, feels so good. I'm a happy kind of person, so I like to generate happiness, and cakes is another way to generate happiness, like through people being excited, like, oh my gosh, wow, this is amazing, I love it. The ways that people could order a cake is they'll often message and email. You know, we're in 21st century. Who has time for anything? So I would say majority of the consultation is done via email. But there are those people who like to still go back in time, actually come in and sit down and consult. Oh, hey, you must be Vivi?
Yes. Hi, my name is Vivi Levertav. I'm from Pomona, New York, and I'm here to get a cake for my oldest for her Bat Mitzvah.
Welcome. Do you want to take a seat over here and
Sure.
we can discuss your cake?
Thank you, I'm very excited about it.
So tell me about your daughter.
Her name is Hannah.
Oh, I love the name Chana.
She's actually named after my grandmother.
Oh, wow.
She passed away when I was in high school.
Oh, so it's really so special.
Well.
Does she remind you of your grandmother?
She does. She's very elegant. So she's actually wearing a dress that my grandmother sewed for herself.
No way.
My mother brought it to my house a couple of months ago, and she's like, try it on. You know, you never know if we have to tailor it, if we have to, and it fit her to the T. Like,
No
it was
way.
made
Oh my
for
gosh.
her.
I cannot believe that.
She's just a wonderful child, so I really want this to be about her and her special moment. She's just the most amazing child anyone could have. She got Hanukkah money, and she had to give Meiser for it. So she decided that she's going to take her money and she's going to go give it to Tomchei Shabbos.
Wow.
Yeah, so she went and she did that on her own. She just asked me, she's like, Mommy, is it okay if we go and give it to them?
Wow.
Which was incredible.
We really want to make this super custom for your daughter because it's like a really special occasion. She's like becoming, you know, Bat Mitzvah, it's 12. It's like a rite of passage. You have a theme in mind for the party?
So I was thinking of a royal tea party.
Okay, so let's write that. A royal tea, like English,
Yes.
royal.
with
You
the
couldn't
queen.
come to a better person. Who better knows about tea than me? So it's a royal tea party.
Invitation.
Are these the colors?
Yeah, these are the colors.
The light
and
blue?
Floral, light blue.
So let's write blue, pinks, and
Gold.
And gold. I love gold. I'm seeing floral. A lot of
Yes.
floral. How much do you want it to pop?
I think I want it to be the main attraction.
Oh, so that it's like the
what
wow
goes-
factor.
Yes, because what goes better with tea than cake?
Yeah,
So-
that is true. Good point. Exactly. Like, how do you feel about this kind of sketch? And these are like, this will be white lace. because I feel like lace just reminds me of like
Tea parties
vintage and tea
yeah.
party.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah, you think she's gonna
Really?
like it?
She's gonna love it.
I think I have everything. There's a lot to get done for this cake, so I'm gonna get going and we'll be in touch.
Thank you so much. Hannah knows that she's getting a cake, but she doesn't know how grand it's going to be.
Daisy, so just wanted for this cake, what we're gonna do is we're going to do a 12-inch base, then a 9-inch, and then a 6-inch, so you have enough graduating space for the elements that we want to add onto it.
Right.
So I'm working on a semi-frozen cake, fresh frozen, because you're not working with things that are going to crumble under you because you have a slightly frozen element. A lot of people have this freezer fear. Your cake is still perfectly fresh. So honestly, my biggest fear for this cake is that the teacups will fall because they are so fragile. When we're doing construction with a cake, and sometimes it involves like a crazy gravity-defying style kind of cake, then I have to turn off my artistic style brain, which is, you know, thinking of the design and all that, and get into my construction brain, switch that brain on and be like, okay, how am I going to implement that? And sometimes it takes like a third party getting involved to help me with that, because that is definitely the weaker side of my brain. The cake's still a bit wonky, so I'm just trying to level it. This is taking like way longer than I expected, with all the different elements and the teapot, which is such an important part of the cake. You know, the time is so tight that I just don't want to be making stupid mistakes. Like, we've got to get this cake done. The party's in a few days. You know, I have other orders to finish too. And to be remaking a cake will be an epic disaster. And we'll just pop these down. And then we're going to get our top tier onto the cake. Now, centered. We just check all around. Very good. Okay. So I'm just threading, passing it through the sheeter to get it to the required thickness that I want. Go round to make sure, whoopsie. This is so hard to do, but we're gonna get there. So we have our delicate teacup. Yeah, see, now that's good. We got the cup staying up. Do you see that? And this foam lets any decorations dry. Like, it lets air in from underneath, and we need the air to be able to flow underneath to make sure that our tea plate is solid, so then when I put it on the cake, it doesn't fall and crack or bend out of place, which is so important on this cake. Look, this is quite big. Let's say if this is a teacup, let's say this is is it too big? Or is it good actually? Because remember, we're going to be like slightly tilting it with a spout. Or
I think it could work and it could be really nice and just kind of be a very big statement piece.
like almost like a huge topper.
And I think that like if you compress the Rice Krispies, it could get slightly
Smaller, okay.
Yeah, but I think it's a good starting point.
Okay, fine. So I'm going to do that. I want it to be really, really firm, so that way we don't get. So that way I can have really good structure for it. So now the chocolate's going to stick it together. So we have what to work with. Now I'm going to sort of start shaping it a little bit less sphere-like. Yeah, it's really good. Look, can you see what I mean? Like it's good. So it's going like that, remember. So the spout is going to go here. 1 second. I'm feeling good. It looks really good, doesn't it? So I got into cake decorating because I was always a very artistic child growing up. I loved to do anything arts and crafts related, drawing and painting, etc. To like make it look like more like shimmery. So the cake decorating was just really another element of a way of, you know, expressing my artistic side through cakes. And then I'm just going to paint the rim.
Ooh, that's so cute.
Do you think I should add like little gold dots or just leave it like this?
I would just leave it like that.
Okay. Let's see. Daisy, could you just come here? I just want to ask your opinion. I'm just trying to do the placement before I finish before I put everything on the cake. I just want to make sure like everything makes sense and everything. So just wanted your opinion on that. So let's say the teapot will be like this.
That looks great, yeah.
I've got the teacup and the plate.
Beautiful.
And I don't have the handle on it, everything. I'm gonna add the handle afterwards. I just want to see how I'm going to hold it on because, you know, this is my original, like kind of what I showed her. So I'll have, let's say, the plate hanging off like that. It's a bit fragile. And then the teacup kind of.
Because you're going for like a gravity-defying.
Yeah, I'm going for
thing.
gravity defying.
Okay.
I tell you why, because it's going to be very elegant. It's going to be a very elegant feel. It's very classy. It's going to have a, but she's still 12. So you want an element of fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel this will like fun it up. I just want to make sure that the cup is going to actually stay on the thing. Okay, so I'm a bit nervous about this. So it's going to be like this. Oh, what should I do? I'm like freaking out right now. I'm like, my heart is pounding.
Oh,
The whole thing is
shoot.
broken. I think it can be fixed. Shh. What should we do?
That means you can't use any of them,
Wait,
right?
what are we gonna do? Because they need to. Oh my gosh! It takes time to dry.
It's not gonna work out.
Does it match? Uh-oh.
No.
No, this one's even worse.
Yeah.
Do you think we can fix it? Oh my god. We still have the handles.
Okay. All right. Well,
We still have the handles. Why don't we just put a handle on the cake? Like, we still have the handles. Sounds genius. Chuck it in the garbage. Bye-bye. I'm not even picking it up. I'm so annoyed.
all right. No, we have to rethink this whole thing now because this is not gonna work.
Right now, I'm like going crazy. And look, we have a whole hole over there.
To cover that up.
So I keep just telling myself mentally, take deep breaths. You'll get it done. She's gonna have her bat mitzvah. It's gonna be beautiful. So stressful.